Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. This is Laura Parrish, founder of #TNS Marketing LLC, and it is officially Sunday, May 17th, a few minutes after 9 p.m. If you guys can see me and hear me, somebody give me a shout out. Hopefully you can. I'm over here on my other computer. If you're wondering why I'm looking this way, I have another laptop set up right here so I can see if I'm live. Hopefully, I'm trying to see if I'm live. But if you guys can see me and hear me, if someone can give me a shout out, that would be great. I'm checking. Yes, I see myself, so I must be. Good day from Australia, Gary Harper. Hello, Jenny. Hi, George. Folks are coming on slowly but surely. So yeah, I'm live. Thanks. I'm here. I'm glad to see you guys tonight. So check it out. Tonight's broadcast is going to be absolutely amazing. So again, if you see me looking this way, it's because I want to be checking on comments from you guys. But tonight's really going to be powerful. I invited originally some people to come on this call with me, but then I messaged them when I said, hey, you know what, I think I'm going to go solo tonight. So for those of you who are willing to get on the call with me tonight, I appreciate you. But tonight I'm talking about something that I started talking about, I guess, a couple years ago, and I really presented it on stage for the first time ever at the Empower Network event in Washington, D.C., the regional event, which I opened that event, and I really went in depth about it, and it just kind of spread like wildfire. Everyone loved it and really could relate to it. So I'm going to be talking about ice cream tonight. And I know you're like, how in the world can talking about ice cream have anything to do with my business or my life or achieving the results that I want? But I'm going to show you how tonight, right? I promise you I can show you how. So anyway, let me do a couple things before I get started. Again, my name is Laura Parrish, like I said, founder of #TNS Marketing LLC, and I'm sorry for being a few minutes late. We've had a massive excitement here in our house in the last 20 minutes. My daughter lost her first upper tooth, that one right there. So she's like, mommy, mommy. And then there, of course, there's blood everywhere. So I'm gonna deal with that, right? So exciting stuff going on in the Parrish household. And I want to say also an income disclaimer and income disclosure that I might be talking about numbers tonight or results, lifestyle, things like that. So to see the average earnings of an Empower Network affiliate, go to www.empowernetwork.com/income, all right? But I don't know why anyone would want to see the average results of an Empower Network affiliate, because if you're like me, you don't want to be average. You want to be exceptional, right? And that's why my results are not typical, because I choose to not be typical. I choose to be exceptional in my life and at what I do, right? And I love it. So there's the disclosure, so I can talk about whatever I want now. And I really want to get started. So I appreciate you guys being here with me this Sunday night. And what I want you guys to think about is where you're at in life right now. You know what I mean? Where are you at in your life? Whether it be personal, whether it be business, relationships, friendships, all that good stuff, whatever the case may be. And why are you here? Okay. If you are already a part of Empower Network, think about why you joined and what your goals are, what you want to achieve, what your vision is, what your why is, and you know, your clarity for why you're here. Yes, the tooth fairy will be flying around my house tonight, Jenny, right? I hope Corey's here too. Hi, Marie, I see you here as well. So, so think about those things. If you're not in Empower Network yet, hi, my name's Laura, and I hope to meet you very soon at a live event, right? I go to every single one because an event is what changed my life, and I will never miss another one. But if you're not in Empower Network yet, ask yourself why you're here, okay? I believe with all of me, right time, right place, right time. You're here watching this live call for a reason. And even if you're not here live and you're watching this as a recording, because it's not May 17th anymore, there's a reason that you got to this recording, right? There's a reason that you came across either myself through something I posted or through someone else. Now, I can promise you guys there's a button below this video you're watching right now that says join, okay? Whoever sent you to this call, whether it's live or recorded, has attached their link so that when you click that join now button, which you all should do, okay? Because you're gonna understand by the end of this call how life-changing and transformational this company will be for you, okay? If you want it to be, that the choice is yours. But if you click the link to join now below, it will get you hooked up with whoever sent you to this call, right? Because we are all here, everyone who's inside of Empower Network are here to help you on your path, on your journey to change your life, right? And speaking of changing lives, as a matter of fact, today is our founder, David Wood's birthday. So happy birthday to the one and only David Wood. Give him a little shout out there. I don't know that he's seeing this, but I gave him a shout out on his wall as well. So check him out, look him up. He's everywhere, and send him birthday wishes. But yeah, so what I wanted you to do was to think about where you're at right now and why you're here. Is it because you want something different? I think that's why most people are searching to work from home, because any number of reasons. Maybe they don't like their boss. Maybe they feel like they don't want to work for anyone. They want to work for themselves. Maybe their why is because they want to stay home and spend time with their kids. Maybe their why is because they want to travel the world and not be stuck in an office. Maybe the why is because you get tired of being told when you can take a lunch break, or when you can go to the bathroom, or when you can take a vacation, or getting tired of being told you're going to get fired if you don't show up from work because you can't take a day off because your kid's sick. I mean, there's any number of reasons why someone might want to work from home. Another disclaimer here. I am in no way saying that working outside of the home is a bad thing, all right? I always tell everyone to do what you're passionate about. If you have a passion for being a doctor, then be a doctor. If you have a passion for being a restaurant manager, then be a restaurant manager. If you have a passion to work for yourself from home and be with your family, then do that, right? Do whatever you're passionate about, because when you love what you do, you'll never work another day in your life, right? That's how cool it is. That's why I love what I do, because I don't feel like I'm working. I'm here. I don't get paid to do these calls, right? I do it because I want to educate people who are ignorant. And yes, I said that. Don't take offense. There's a big difference between ignorance and stupidity, okay? Don't everyone call anyone stupid, because that's a negative word. But ignorance just comes simply from not knowing something. Because you don't know what you don't know, right? It doesn't mean you're a bad person. It just means you don't. I'm ignorant about tons of stuff I don't know about, right? But I'm here to educate and show people that there really is a different way to live. There really is a way to live your dreams, to be the person that you know you were meant to be completely fulfilled, to be able to provide for yourself, for your family, financially, mentally, right, emotionally, all the good stuff. And it's just an amazing life. So I'm sure you can see I'm like on fire tonight. I'm like pumped up and ready to go, because I'm excited to be here with you guys. I'm excited to share what I'm talking about tonight. So I'm so passionate about it, and I'm really like leading you on this, right? Because I want you guys to try to think about, what is she talking about with the ice cream thing, right? And I put in one of the groups, how many of you saw me on stage in DC or saw the recording of what I'm talking about? I see that Corey's here. Hi, Corey. Good to see you. I hope Douglas and Carol Hackney are on as well. But if you didn't see it, that's what I'm going to talk about tonight. So basically, like I said, you're here for a reason. You're missing something, or you want something more. Maybe you're not missing something, but maybe you want more of what you already have, or whatever the case may be. You're in search. You're trying to figure out how to get from where you're at now to where you want to be. So let me ask you these things. What do you have to do to have a job, right? If you have a job right now, you say, well, I had to have a job so I can make money to pay my bills, to live, right? So what do you do? What's required of you to have that job, to get paid? So to go from getting hired, being employed, to receiving your paycheck, what do you have to do? You have to get up and go to work every day. If you don't get up and go to work every day, do you get a paycheck? No. So what are your action steps? Your action steps are getting up and going to work every day. Why? Because it gives you what you want. What is it that you want? You want a paycheck. You want money. So you get a job. You say, okay, this is what I want. And to achieve that, this is what I have to do. Get a job, right? Get a job, and then you do all the steps in between that's required of you to get the paycheck, which could be wearing a uniform, right? Showing up at 8 a.m., 9 a.m., whatever the case may be, taking lunch when they want you to take lunch, leaving when they want you to leave, having days off that they want you to have off, you know, you gotta put gas in your car, all that stuff, right? So you have to take all these action steps to get the paycheck for the end result, right? But people don't think about that. They just know this is what I want. And they say, how do I get it? Okay, if this is what I want, I get it by getting a job and there's a paycheck, right? So that's what I want to talk to you about tonight, a bowl of ice cream. Now, the thing is you don't have to like ice cream at all. You can use anything that you want. So what I'd like for everyone to do right now is just to close your eyes. If I can ask you to do this, to close your eyes, and I just want you to think about your most favorite food in the world, right? Now, for me, my most favorite food is asparagus, but for the purpose of what I'm doing with this analogy, I've always used ice cream. But close your eyes and think about what it is that you eat that just is mouth-watering. Like you love it, you want to have it whenever you can have it, you would do anything to get it, like type thing, right? I think Tracy Walker said at the event when I was talking about this on stage, she said cupcakes, I believe. But whatever it is that you love, put that in the little chat over there, right? Because I want to see what it is that everybody just like. Some people it's steak, right? People like steak and potatoes. I like ice cream. Tracy Walker likes cupcakes. Whatever the case may be. Whatever it is that you love to eat. And I want to ask you something. Now that you have that food in your mind, right? I just picked food because I like that. What do you do to get it? So if you want ice cream, because that's what I use, how does that work, right? This is really simple turned into something really complex that's going to absolutely blow your mind, okay? I promise you, and it works in your business and in your personal life, okay? So if you want a bowl of ice cream, what do you say? You say, I want a bowl of ice cream. What do? You get up, you go get a bowl of ice cream, and you eat it. Does that seem pretty simple to you guys? It should seem pretty simple. So what if it is steak and you want a steak? So what do you do to get a steak? You get up, you go cook a steak and you eat it. Or if you like steak from a specific restaurant, you get up, you go to the restaurant, you get your steak and then you come home. Does that seem pretty simple, right? Jenny says she likes key lime pie, right? Dee says crab legs. Now, girl, you like me because you've seen the crab leg video, right? Nobody can throw down on crab legs like I can. Corey says she likes chocolate, so on and so forth. There's actually more steps with crab legs, Dee, I'm telling you, because that's a lot harder work, right? But yeah, you guys get my picture. So whatever your answer is, this works from all of it, okay? So I said I might break out the whiteboard tonight. Is it okay with you guys if I break out my whiteboard? I'm gonna move it up a little bit so I can show you exactly how getting a bowl of ice cream can change everything in your life, right? All right, so let me grab my whiteboard. It's kind of big. It's a 72 incher, and I'm just gonna move it up here, and hopefully you guys will be able to see that, right? Everybody can see it. Let me move this up a little bit. All right. I know my team loves it when I grab the whiteboard. They're like, oh no, she's getting the whiteboard. Okay, so what did I talk about a few minutes ago? Let's get that focused here for a second. Okay, you guys can see. I know you can see my big TV and the reflection. Sorry about that, but. So, all right, so Jenny says, yay, whiteboard. All right, so check it out. So what did I just talk about a few minutes ago? Everyone is here, right? This is where you're at, wherever you are right now. Gary says, anything sweet. Oh, no, diabetic, right? You got to have insulin wherever you're at. So this is where you're at right now. Where you're at in your business, you're here. Or where you're at in your personal life, you're here. And sometimes people feel stuck. And then they start the dreaming pattern. Well, I wish I could do this, or I want to do that, or I wish I could get here, or I wish I could get there, right? So how far can I go here? I can go all over here. Cool. So let's go there. All right. And this really inspired something cool. Just a little, it's not really a secret, but to let you guys know, I'm actually writing a book called From Here to There, A Journey of Personal Transformation. And it's all based and stemmed from this thing that I came up with, right? I call it my ice cream analogy, but I love it, all right? So we're all trying to figure out how to go from where we're at to where we want to be, the results. And you say, well, how do I do it, Laura? That's why I joined Empower Network. Is that why most of you guys join Empower Network? Or if you're watching this and you're not a member of Empower Network, that's why you're here, because you're considering joining Empower Network and you just don't know what it is or how it can change your life or anything like that, right? So this is a really simple exercise to show you exactly what you have to do to get the results that you want to achieve in your life. So for the example that I've used is the ice cream, right? So here I am, and I'm going to put here for me, it's hungry, right? Because I'm using a bowl of ice cream. So I'm going to put, I'm hungry. And what is it that I want? Whatever it is for you, you can do this. You guys should be writing this down on a piece of paper, okay? Whether you're in Empower Network or not, it doesn't matter, okay? This will work for you. So for me, I'm like, okay, I'm hungry. And I decided what I wanted, my result is ice cream. All right. So for my here to there example, I'm using I'm hungry and I want ice cream. And what did I say a few minutes ago? If there's something that you want, you just say, I'm hungry, I want a steak, and you get up and go get it. Or you say, I'm hungry, I want a steak, and you get up and you go cook it. Or you say, I'm hungry, I want a steak, and you go to a restaurant and get it. Or I say, I'm hungry, I want some ice cream. Or Jenny says, I think Judy said key lime pie. I'm hungry, I'm going to go cut myself a piece of key lime pie. Whatever it is, it doesn't matter. But the thing is none of us think about what we're actually doing and how much work it takes. See, people join Empower Network or any at-home business, really, and I say business, not at-home job, because there's a difference between working from home but still working for someone else and working from home for yourself, running your own business. Okay, so I'm talking about business here. A lot of the problems is people join at-home businesses and they're like, okay, I joined. And then they think that if they sit in front of the computer for 15 minutes, all this money is going to fall into their lap. And then, well, it doesn't work that way. And if you're in already, you know that. And if you're not in yet, I'm like smashing that bubble for you. So, it just doesn't work that way. You still have to work, except the difference is you're responsible for yourself. You don't have a boss telling you what to do, right? But people join and they don't know what to do. So then they do nothing. They're like, okay, I joined, what do I do? And there's videos, that take you through what you need to do to get started, how to get started blogging, how to set up your Pilates platform. It's really easy. It's set up. It's like step by step by step by step by step. And it says, do this, do this, do this. But the piece that's missing, the secret piece, is what you have to provide, right? Everybody's like, what's the secret? What's the secret? What do I do? Well, the secret is inside of you. Because only you can provide your thoughts. Only you can provide your opinions. Only you can put yourself out there in a way that no one else can put you out there. You know what I mean? A lot of people I know for 30 days, a few years ago, I actually paid someone $1,000 to write 30 blogs for me in 30 days. And while it was great, none of those blogs reflected me as an individual because no one can write the way I write. No one thinks the way I think. So you are the missing piece in your success, right? Everything you need is on the inside of you. What Empower Network provides you is the education for marketing. You've got to have the drive and the passion. Empower Network provides the education and the marketing and the resale rights, and you combine those two together and you have a gold mine, right? That's why I'm so excited about it. I love it. But the thing is but when you join, or if you're thinking about joining, okay, so I joined, then what? How do I get from here joining to where I want to be, which is, whatever, $5,000 a month, $10,000 a month. Well, I want to ask you the same question about whatever food you picked. I picked ice cream. So if I'm hungry and I want ice cream, how do I do that? Because our mind simply says, I want ice cream, I go get it, right? But what are the steps? I mean, it just doesn't magically appear in your lap. So what I want to go through with you and what you need to do on your own timeline after you watch this, and you're going to be blown away, is to show you exactly how much work it takes to get a bowl of ice cream. All right? So I'm gonna bridge the gap. Here's the gap. All right? And I'm going to show you how much work it takes. Here we go. So I'm hungry. So the first thing I have to do is decide what I want to eat. So I wrote decide there. It's kind of small. I'm not sure if you can see it. So first I decide what I want. I decide I want ice cream. So there it is. All right. The second thing is wherever I'm at, I have to get up from my chair to get it. Get up, stand up, whatever you want to call. And then I have to walk to the kitchen. Right? So then I walk to the kitchen. After I walk to the kitchen, I have to get a bowl. All right, so I got my bowl. And then, oops, and then I have to get a spoon. So I'm gonna get in the drawer and get a spoon, right? And then, if I have an ice cream scoop, I have to get the ice cream scoop. Now, I know some of you guys out there are gonna shorten this, and I'll make the joke about that later before you guys do it, right? But I'm trying to make a point here, so bear with me, all right? So then you get the ice cream scoop. Now that you've gotten all that, then go to the freezer. After you go to the freezer, you have to open the freezer. After you open the freezer, you get the ice cream. You guys get the picture yet? After you get the ice cream, you have to take the lid off. Right? After you take the lid off, then you have to scoop it. Scoop into bowl. Right? After you scoop it into the bowl, you put the lid back on. After you put the lid back on, put back in freezer. Oh, and I forgot open freezer door. Open freezer. Back up. Put it in the freezer. And I forgot that too. Shut freezer. Because you don't want your other stuff going off. Shut freezer. Right? And then you have to, and this is with no like sprinkles and stuff, right? This is just a plain old ice cream. So then you walk back to where you want to sit. Right? And then you sit down. And then what? And then you enjoy your ice cream, okay? So now that you look at it like this, humor me and answer the question. Is it really so simple to get a bowl of ice cream? Or is there a lot of work involved? You think? You guys tell me in the chat, is it really so simple to get a bowl of ice cream, to get your favorite steak, to get your piece of key lime pie? Is that really the simple thing? Right? In your mind, it is. It's simple. You want something, you go get it, right? But the action is not, okay? Yeah, it's a lot of work, but guess what? We're not thinking about that. We don't think about it. You know why we don't think about it? Because the bottom line is we say, I'm hungry and I want ice cream. And what is in the middle? You guys should know these 3 words. Like before I even start writing, somebody put in the chat what I'm going to say. There are 3 words. 3 words that go in the middle of this, okay? From here to there. What are the 3 words? My team should definitely know this. Whatever it takes, okay? Whatever it takes. And people say all the time, what does that mean? You keep saying whatever it takes. If you want something, do whatever it takes. Whatever it takes. What is whatever it takes? Well, this is a perfect example of whatever it takes. But we don't think about it. When it comes to something we want in life, like that seem menial to us. You're hungry, you want something to eat, you decide what it is you want to eat. There is no question about the action steps. Do you guys question what you need to do? Do you question what you need to do when it comes to eating? Lots of word. I want it. No. Whatever it takes. You don't question what you need to do to get food, do you? You say, I'm hungry. You decide what you want, and you do whatever it takes to get it, whether that be get up. Now, imagine if I didn't have any ice cream in the house. Imagine if I actually had to go to the store. then that would add how many steps? So, because I'm already like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. So I'm at 19 steps. And that's if I got the damn ice cream in my house, right? Without sprinkles. But let's say that I don't even have any ice cream in my house and I got to go buy it. So then I got to, you know, get up, get my car keys, go to the car, open the car door, get in the car door, open the garage, back out, drive to the ice cream shop. You know what I mean? Like, you add all that in, how much more work are you doing? If you want sprinkles and all that jazz, how much more work are you doing? What if you don't have any cash on you and you're going to an ice cream shop that only takes cash? Then you got to go to the bank too to get cash out. How much more work is that? So the point is that if you want something, for the most part, you don't even think about the action steps necessary that it takes for you to get it. All you know is this is where you're at, this is what you want, and you do whatever it takes to get it, right? You don't think about that. I can guarantee you that anyone watching this call right now, live or recorded, does not think about all this when it comes to getting a bowl of ice cream. But I can also guarantee you that from now on, for the rest of your life, when you decide that you want a bowl of ice cream, this is exactly what you're going to think about, okay? This is exactly what you're going to think about, because you're like, man, I actually have to do a lot of action steps to get what I want. So how does that relate to anything in your life, to your business, to your personal life, you know? You can put anything here. I'm not going to go through all that because I'm just not. I mean, that's on you guys, but I've shown you the model, right? Model it. If you're here for, if you're like relationships, let's say you're in a unhappy marriage, right? You feel stuck, unhappy marriage. And what your outcome is you want to be in a happy marriage, right? Then write down all the things that you can do, the action steps that you can actually physically do. Do means action, okay? Do means action. Actually physically do. Write things, say things, do things, so on and so forth, right? To get from where you're at to where you want to be. Same thing in your business. Like, if you're brand new, getting started right here, haven't done anything, and you want to have $10,000 a month in income, what are the action steps that are going to be necessary for that to happen, okay? There should be some that are really like predominant right up and off the front, off the cuff, okay? Things are like getting all the products, because if you want to earn X amount of dollars a month, you should have the products that will allow you to easily make X amount of dollars a month, because you can't sell what you don't own, so you need the products, right? So an action step would be getting all the products. An action step would be blogging daily. An action step would be marketing daily. Another action step would be setting up an autoresponder, right, for your list, and so on and so forth. But here's the thing. If you're brand new and you're like, okay, I'm brand new, so I don't know anything about blogging, I don't know anything about autoresponders, and I don't know anything, well, guess what? That's why when you click the Join Now button right below this video, you're connecting with someone who can tell you and show you all of that, right? By joining now and getting in, you're automatically going to be taken through a series of videos that will get you the products. Okay, so that's covered, right? It goes through all the products, and you actually even get them at a discount if you get them all within the first 7 days, right? But that's the big action step, is being able to own the products that are full of your marketing education, that are full of your mindset, right? Your audios that you need to be listening to every day, because whether you work for yourself from home or whether you don't, it doesn't matter. If you have a job and you love your job and you're passionate about your job, that's great. You should still get the inner circle specifically to keep your mind right, right? Because it's about being lifted up and being positive every single day of your life, having a great outlook and an attitude on life. And the inner circle audios do that for you, right? Whether you're in this business or not. But so an action step, like I said, be getting all the products, which Empower walks you through as soon as you click the Join Now button and get signed up at the $25 level, right? And that, but the person that you join with is going to help you fill in your here to there timeline with all the action steps necessary. But the bottom line is you shouldn't question what it is you want in life, right? If you're here and you're not joined yet, or you're here and you have joined, but you're brand new and you feel stuck, and you want to get to 10,000 a month or 5,000 a month or 1,000 a month or whatever, there should be no second guessing. There should be no questioning. Is this real? Is this not real? There's 300,000 people that can prove that this is real, okay? If this wasn't real, the FTC would have shut us down. If this wasn't real, Uncle Sam wouldn't take my money every year like he loves to do, right? It's as real as it gets. The problem is many times that people don't work the business. And if you do not work your business, it will not work for you, okay? Just like if you want ice cream and you don't do this, do you think you're going to get a bowl of ice cream? No, okay? Because you can't sit in your chair and say, I'm hungry. I think I want a bowl of ice cream. So you're hungry and you decide, and then you take all this off, right? Take all this off. Somebody tell me, am I going to get the bowl of ice cream? I'm not, okay? So many people join business, right? They're here, they join the business. They're going to join, they will join, they've already joined, you're joining today, whatever, and you're trying to get to 10,000 a month. And you know you want 10,000 a month because you've decided, right? You join the business and you decide that you want 10,000 a month. But then guess what? It's not just going to happen, okay? There has to be action steps from here to there. And that's what we mean when people say, well, what is it that you do? What is it that you do? How do you, how do you make so much money? How do you do this? How do you have success? Because of these 3 words, whatever it takes. See, when I started, I didn't know any of the middle of this either. I had no idea what the bridge was, honestly, okay? I'm a stay-at-home mom, never blogged before in my life, didn't even know what a blog was, no prior internet marketing experience, nothing. All I knew was that I was here, which was tired of living paycheck to paycheck and not being able to afford to do what I wanted to do in life for myself and my kids, right? I was broke all the time, barely making it, okay? And I decided that I was tired of it and I wanted to be somewhere else. I wanted to be able to provide for my kids the way I wanted to provide for my kids and do what I wanted to do. So I knew where I was at and I knew where I wanted to be. So I made the decision to join the business. I joined the business and then I decided where I wanted to be, 10,000 a month, okay? But then I didn't leave this blank, okay? I want to see what somebody says. If you don't work your business will work for you. That's right, absolutely. You got to suit up and show up because if you don't, you're not going to make any money. You're not going to have any success, okay? And if I would have just decided that I wanted to make 10 grand a month, but I hadn't done anything, would I be on this call right now? Would I be a leader inside of this company, right? Would I have made multiple 6 figures? No. Would I have done any of that? Would I have built a team? Nothing, right? But I took action steps. Even though I didn't know what they were, I tried things, okay? Try things. Try putting yourself out there. I shared my heart and my family and what it was I was doing on my social media, my Facebook, right? Hey guys, I joined a work from home business. I love it. I'm going to change my life. Come check it out, right? This isn't about soliciting and slamming your business down other people's throats. So for those of you who are afraid that you're going to have to like recruit your mom, dad, brother, sister, grandma, grandpa, all that, if you want to do that, that's your business. I can tell you right now, I have never, ever, ever marketed or tried to recruit my friends or family. But I can tell you that my friends and family have come to me after they've seen my success and said, damn, I got to get in and do what you're doing, right? Because I'm not here to talk anyone into greatness. See, the decision is up to you to say, this is where I'm at in my life, and this is where I want to be in my life. And I'm going to do whatever it takes to get from here to there. I'm going to join this business. I'm going to decide what I want. And then I'm going to fill my timeline with the action steps necessary. And the thing is if you fill your timeline with something, and that's like, okay, that helped a little bit, but it didn't help a lot, then you add more, then you add more, and you continue to fill it. Guys, I'm still filling my timeline. It's never ending, right? Because whatever it takes is infinite, right? It's infinite. Because, you know, when I first had my big piece of success, my best month inside of Empower Network thus far is $33,700. Income, disclaimer, results not typical, right? But I did that in a very specific way on Facebook. Well, guess what? Facebook is continually changing their algorithms, so that really doesn't work anymore. So if I were to continue doing something that worked then, but that I know doesn't work now, am I going to continue to have success? No. So I'm constantly trying new things, doing new things, because whatever it takes is the answer. If what I did then isn't working anymore, then I add something else and add something else. But the first action step that you have to do in your business is buy the products. Blogging will change your life. Not only will blogging change your life, blogging will change every person's life that you touch, because your voice matters. What you have to say, what your thoughts are, what your opinions are massive, and they matter. They matter. You have no idea the amount of people that you can impact and influence with what you have to say. I had no idea either until I got into this business. But buying the products, like I said, the inner circle is a compilation of audios to get your mind right and to keep you positive and motivated on a daily basis in your life, in addition to in your business. Tips, tricks, tools, things that we use inside the business, right? The inner circle audios not only help your mind, but they will build your whatever it takes from here to there list, right? And then the other 3 products, like I said, is marketing training to teach you leaders just like myself, you know, saying this is what I do to have success, right? It's literally education. But buying the products, like I said, getting autoresponders, whoever you sign up under will help you fill your timeline. So I really hope that this makes sense to you guys, that the things that you want in your life that seem menial to you, like things you do every day, right? It's just no question. There is no question about if you want something, whether you're going to do it to get it or not. It's just what it is. It's like when you buy a house or when you rent an apartment or whatever, what do? You turn on the electricity. Do you question whether you should turn on electricity or not? No, you just do it. You're here, you rent a house. How do you get to there once you rent your house? You've got to turn everything on. You got to turn your water on. You got to turn your electricity on. You know, if you want cable, you got to do that. If you want internet, you got to do that. If you want a landline, you got to do this. You have all these action steps if you're starting with getting a home, being set up in your home. And those aren't questioned. It's just things that you do because that's just what you do, because that's what you do. That's what you want, right? People who want to buy a new car or even a new used car, because a used car to someone is new to them. It's not new to someone else, but it's new to them. So if you want to buy a car, you say, I'm going to buy a car, and you pick out what kind of car you want. No matter how expensive or how inexpensive it is, you go and you find out what's required of you to get that car, which usually means your credit gets run unless you have cash to pay for it, right? And they say, okay, we'll finance you, but you got to have $5,000 down. Then what do? 3 words, whatever it takes. That's what you do, right? And because so many people join, they're like, oh, but I can't afford the products. I can't afford to buy. I can't afford to get in. Really? Well, when you wanted to buy a car and you were told, we'll finance you, but you got to come up with $5,000 down payment, what did you do? Whatever it takes. You sacrificed here, you sacrificed there, you stopped eating McDonald's twice a week. You know, you did what you had to do. You borrowed money from someone. You know, whatever the case may be. You decided to have a garage sale and get rid of all the junk that you probably made $1,000 off of in your garage. All that stuff. The bottom line is if you want something bad enough in life, you will do whatever it takes to get it. For me, Empower Network is one of those things that I can't afford not to do, right? I can't afford not to be a part of a business that has completely transformed not only my life, but my children's lives, and all the lives that I touch, because I know that I inspire and motivate thousands and thousands of people. And I wasn't able to do that before I became a part of Empower Network. The bottom line is when we want things in life, we don't think about all the things that we have to do to get them. We just say, this is what I want. I'm here. I want to be there. And then you go do it. You don't think about the 19 steps it takes to get a bowl of ice cream, But if you really stop and break it down and think about it, man, I'm doing a lot of work to get that bowl of ice cream. So when it comes to starting your own business and being successful working from home and saying, this is where I'm at and this is where I want to be, give yourself a timeline and say, this is what I have to do to get there. Because when you just join and don't do anything else, then nothing else is going to happen. The folks who join and say, well, I'll see what happens, quit now, okay? I can say that loud and proud. Because if you're just joining to see what's going to happen, I can promise you that nothing is going to happen. It amazes me so often that people will join a work from home business, and if they haven't made $10,000 in their first 7 days, they automatically assume that it must be a scam. However, that same person will go work 40, 50, 60 hours a week for however many years they've been doing it in their life for a measly $300 or $400, sometimes if that, a week, and they're okay with that, right? No one ever said working for yourself, owning your own business from the comfort of your home was get rich quick. And anyone who tells you that it is a scam artist, because it's not, okay? It's not get rich quick. It's about investment of your mind, investment of your passion and your soul and what you love, right? In addition to investing in your business, which is monetary. And quite honestly, Empower Network is probably one of the cheapest things I've ever seen to invest in, right? Honestly. So that's my take on getting a bowl of ice cream. So think about that, guys. I'm going to move this back and sit down. Yes, I might. Guys, put your questions in the chat box there below the video here while I'm getting set back up. And I'll hop over there and answer your questions in just a second. Wow, I don't think anybody has any questions. That must mean I explained everything well, right? Let me grab a drink. But, and again, to think about this, like the same thing. What did I say at the beginning of the call? If you have a job, you have a job. Why? Because the end result, you want to get a paycheck. But you don't just say, well, I want to make money, and so I get a job, and then you don't do the in between. If you don't get up, get dressed, suit up, show up, go to your job, run around like a little monkey, like your employer tells you to do, and do what you're required to do you get a paycheck at the end of the week? You don't. Okay, you don't. So that's the big thing about what I wanted to talk about tonight. How a bowl of ice cream, how learning how and getting and understanding getting a bowl of ice cream can change everything in your personal life and in your business. You know, so many, like one of the examples I used about like marriage, right? So many people are not in a good relationship or not in a good marriage, but they want to be, but things are like different. You know, people have been married for years and years and years and years and years, and it's just not the same as it was when you got married. You know, you have kids and all that stuff. And it's like, oh, I want a good marriage, but it's not. So, but you don't know what to do. Draw a timeline. This is where you're at. This is where you want to be. Write down things you can do to make an effort. Action steps you can take to make an effort to achieve your goals. Okay? Because whatever you think is right in life is right. That's a famous saying by Henry Ford. Whatever you think is right is right. Whether, you know, it be about business or about relationships or anything like that. Most of you guys know the story about my daughter. I did a blog and it's a video on YouTube about it. You know, because of what I do, she's affected and influenced. And she had a dream that she could, you know, she wanted a new bike, and we told her, you're not getting a new bike until you learn how to ride without training wheels, because she wanted a bigger bike. And we're like, you got to do it first. And anyway, you can watch the video and see this amazing thing happen. She actually had a dream that she could do it, and she did it. And she's like, Mommy, I had a dream that I could do it. And so, and get over my fear, and I just did it. And she did a fist bump, and she did it, right? And I really believe that that's because she's impacted by the way that I live and the way that I show other people to live, right? Well, the funny thing is, and hold on a second, Jenny just has a thought. Key lime pie, right? Right, you have to put yourself first, right? If you don't take care of your business, that's what I'm saying. Now I'll get back to my son in a second, because that's important. But here's the thing, and this is really powerful. Hopefully you guys will get it, and Jenny, hopefully this will help you too. Let me ask you guys, if you have kids, I already know what most of people say, but when someone asks you what the most important thing in your life is, what's your answer? And I'm not going to say anything until you guys put some comments up here. When someone says to you, what's the most important thing in your life? And I'm going to write the word late down here so I don't forget to tell you that story really quick. But if someone says to you, what's the most important thing to you? What's the most important thing in your life? What do you say? And I'm interested to see what some of you guys say in the comments over here. Because I know what I used to say, right? But I love what Jenny said about not taking care of herself and her key lime pie. Because this goes like right in line with it. But most of you guys said, someone asked you what the most important thing is to you. A lot of people say God, right? A lot of people say family. A lot of people say their kids. Some people say their career. Maria says family. So on and so forth, right? Jenny says mom, dog, cat, right? Gary says family. Okay, so check this. Now, most of you guys know I'm a recovering alcoholic, right? I've been sober for over 4 years now, one day at a time by the grace of God. But listen to this. When someone asks me what the most important thing in my life is, do you know what I say to them? I say my sobriety. My sobriety is more important than my children. My sobriety is more important to me than anything else. Why? Because the first thing I ever put in front of my sobriety will be the second thing that I lose. Does that make sense to you guys? Right? Because if I'm not here, like if I'm not where you see me now, okay, then I'm not able to do anything else. I'm not able to be a mom. I'm not able to be a wife. I'm not able to function as a productive member of society. I'm not able to do anything else. I will lose everything. I will lose everything if I ever lose my sobriety. That has to be important to me. Now, for those of you who are saying, okay, that's great for you, Laura, but we're not recovering alcoholics, so what does that mean to us? Well, the number one answer should be business, right? And that doesn't make you a cold person for saying business before your kids or anything like that, but think about it. If you don't put your business first, how can you support your family, right? I talked about this on a call, I can't remember if it was last week or the week before or whatever, but I talked about how I've never been one of those parents who wanted to use the TV as the babysitter because I don't believe in that. I just don't. That's why I'm going to say to my moms, I don't want a stranger raising my kids. I don't want a TV raising my kids, this, that, and the other. But when I decided to start working from home and owning my own business, running my own business, working from home, I had to make sacrifices. Let's go back to what I wrote on the board about whatever it takes. Whatever it takes. There were plenty of times that I set my kids in front of the TV, right? 30 minutes at a time while I came in here and worked, and then took a 15-minute break and ate a snack with them. Then I put them back in front of the TV for 30 minutes for another show while I came in here and worked, and then took a 15-minute break and played a game with them. There were plenty of times I did that. And you know what? I had a lot of guilt over that for a very short period of time. But do you know why? I had guilt because, like I said, I never believed in using the TV as a babysitter. But it wasn't long lasting because I knew that by putting myself and my business in front of them, that it was a short temporary sacrifice I needed to make so that in the long run, I could live and provide for them a way that they would never be able to be provided for and never be able to have the ability to live had I not. You know what I mean? There's a saying out there about entrepreneurs. It's just entrepreneurs who are willing to do right now what other people won't do so that we can live the way that other people will never be able to live. And it's the same thing, right? I made the decision to sacrifice a few things so that I could bust my butt and do whatever it takes to be successful in my business so that I could provide a lifestyle for myself and my family that they never would have if I didn't sacrifice. You know what I mean? Another thing that I talk about as well, and sometimes people get all hotty-toddy about it, but it's completely true, is, you know, what if someone were, you know, people are like, I don't have $5,000, I don't have $3,000, I don't have this, I don't have that, you know, to buy a product, to get in the business, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, okay, well, let me ask you this. If someone were to kidnap your child and call you with a ransom and says, you have 24 hours to come up with $5,000 or I'm going to kill your child, let me ask you a question. Would you come up with $5,000? Yeah. The answer is yes. You would do what? Whatever it takes to come up with $5,000. Why? Because your children, as most of you just said, right, family, are the most important thing to you. You would do whatever it takes. You would beg, borrow, steal, like cry, whatever it took to come up with the $5,000 for the ransom to get your child back. And some people get mad and like, oh, that's not even close. You can't compare. Yes, I can, right? Because here, and this is what Jenny said that reminded me of this too. Why are you any less important? Why are you any less valuable? Why is your business any less of a priority than your children? Right? Than your family. Because your children rely on you. Your family relies on you. Doesn't matter whether you're a male or a female, mom, dad, stay-at-home dad, whatever the case may be. You're the responsible one, right? So people say, oh, my family, I love my family, I love my family. Well, you can love your family until the cows come home. I love my family until the cows come home. But the bottom line is if I can't put a roof over their head and provide for them the way that I want to provide for them, loving them is not going to pay the bills, right? Loving them is not going to provide for them the way I provided for them. The new Suburban, right? The new first-time homeowner $300,000 house, right? Most first-time homeowners don't buy a $300,000 house. We rented our entire lives because we never could afford nor had the credit for something like that, right? But I made a decision. This is where we were at in our lives. And I made the decision that I was sick and effing tired of it. And I was going to do whatever it takes to get out of that and get to where I wanted to be over here. From here to there. And then I worked and I sacrificed. And yeah, sometimes I cried because of the guilt of the TV or whatever. But I knew it was for the betterment of my children's life and my family, right? So I love that you said that, Jenny, because that completely reminded me of, you know, you are no less valuable than your children, right? You're no less important. Everything you do, everything you say, everything about you, they see. It forms who they are. If your children constantly see you struggling, if your children constantly see you not taking care of yourself, right? How does that raise them? How does that make them feel about themselves? My children straight up know, mommy has mommy time. I'm like, you need to go read or you need to go do this because guess what? Mommy needs to spend some time reading. Mommy needs to spend some time listening to audio. Because mommy is important, just like you're important, and I need my own personal private time, right? And my children know that. And they know that their private time is important as well. You know what I mean? So everything that you do, if you put yourself off, put yourself off, put yourself off, put your business off, they see that, right? Stop putting yourself second. Stop putting your business second. Make yourself and your business a priority because yourself and your business is what's going to change and impact everyone else, right? So I love you, Jenny. I appreciate you talking about that because it's absolutely so true. But what I want to go back and say what I was starting to talk about with Blake is that he also has a bike with training wheels and he wants a bigger bike. But we have also told him that he can't until he learns how to ride without training wheels. Now, let me first say that there's a big difference in age, all right? My son is 4. He'll actually be 5 next month, and my daughter is 7.5. She'll be 8 in September. So there's like 2.5 years difference there. And she just learned to ride her bike without training wheels. Was like 6 months ago when that event was. Dee, I know you're on here watching because that's why I'm asking you because you're commenting and stuff. You were at the event, so when that happened. But anyway, so we told him the same thing. So check this out, guys. I actually took the training wheels off of his little bike. And they were over on the swings playing. This was like a week ago. And I was like, hey guys, why don't you come ride your bikes, right? I was like trying to act all slick. And they came running over, and he looked at his bike, and he was like, he said, that's not going to be good. It was so cute. I was like, what's wrong? He said, I don't want to ride anymore. And I said, why not? Like, he goes, you took my wheels off. And I said, yeah. I said, you want a bigger bike? You need to learn to try to ride your bike without training wheels. Now, again, there's a big age difference. I wasn't, you know, going to push him too hard, but I wanted him to try. Okay. I wanted him to try. Plus, because he's a lot younger than Samantha, his comprehension level of hearing and seeing what mommy does all the time, because Samantha's all about it. Samantha's all about, you know, Samantha does videos, and she said, mommy, do a video. I want to do a video. You know, she completely is in tune with what it is that I do, and then how I help, you know, people change their lives and provide hope and inspiration for folks, right? But he, being young, still was kind of like, I don't know, I don't get it, right? But anyway, point being is, so I made him get on his bike, and I'm like, come on, I got you. So he was on his bike, and I had him by, like, under the arms right here. And I was holding, like, his midsection. Not the back of the seat or anything like that. I was holding his midsection so I could kind of help, you know, keep him upright. So I was like, push your pedals, and we were going around the driveway in circles, and he was really not pushing his pedals. I was like, come on, Blake, and he said, I can't do it, mommy. Now, you know me, or if you don't know me, I will tell you that can't is a 4-letter word you should take out of your vocabulary, and it is a bad word in this house, right? And when he said, I can't do it, mommy, I stopped him dead right there. And I said, Blake, I said, don't ever let me hear you say that again. I said, you have the ability to do whatever it is that you want in your life. Whatever it is, whether it be riding a bike, or if you want to be president, if you want to be a firefighter, if you want to go to college and be a scientist, you know, whatever it is you want in life, you have the ability to do it. You can do it. You can do it. Right? I said, that's what mommy teaches people, right, in her business, is that they can do anything that they want in life, right? And he said, well, I'm afraid. And I said, afraid of what? I said, all you have to do is believe in yourself. I said, if you believe in yourself, you really can do whatever you want. He said, I'm afraid to believe. And I was kind of taken aback by that. And I said, what do you mean you're afraid to believe? I said, why are you afraid to believe? And he said, because if I believe, you'll let me go. And like, I almost, like, it took my breath, you know what I mean? Like, I was like, my heart kind of sunk, and it kind of took my breath. And I said, oh no, honey. I said, trust me, I will never let go. I said, do you know that I have people inside my business and on my team that didn't believe in themselves? Right? They didn't know anything when they got started, right? They didn't believe, but I taught them how to believe in themselves. I gave them hope and motivation and inspiration. And once they learned to believe in themselves, I didn't let them go. I didn't say, okay, go away. You know, you're not part of the team anymore. You're not part of this community anymore. I said, I still believe in them, and I still edify them. And he said, what's edify? It was so cute. And I said, I lift them up and I talk about them, and I give them a spirit of hope and growth, right? And I said, I never let them go. And I said, just because you believe in yourself doesn't mean mommy's going to let you go. I'm still going to be right here. And I said, okay. And he kind of was like, okay. And I said, okay. And he was like, okay. And then I said, I believe in you. And I said, you can do it. And I said, say, I can do it. And he said, I can do it. And I said, no, say, I can do it. And he said, I can do it. And I said, all right, let's pedal. So then we started to go again. And I said, you can do it. And I looked at Samantha. I was like, Samantha, you know, I was like trying to get her. And she was like, Blake, you can do it. So Samantha and I were both going, you can do it. And I said, say, I can do it. And he was like, I can do it. I can do it, right? Now, he still didn't do it on his own, and that's okay, right? Like I said, he's much younger than Samantha, but we went around a few more times, and he was really, really pedaling, and I didn't let him go, and I didn't let him go, and he said, okay, I'm tired. And I said, okay, you did good, but you know you can do it. You believe, right? He said, yes, mommy. So that was the session for the day, right? But it just goes to show this mindset, right? It just goes to show a few things. Number one, that everything that you say and that you do, someone is watching. Someone is listening, right? Your voice impacts everyone that you come into contact with, especially your children, right? So I had that few moments with him. He was afraid that if he believed in himself, that I would let him go, and then that he would fall, right, basically. And it was a powerful, powerful moment, but I'm teaching him to believe in himself. I'm teaching him to believe that he can do whatever it is that he wants. And because of this business, because of Empower Network, because of this community, because of you watching right now, because of David Wood, I know these things. I believe in myself. I have the power and the ability to impact him and her and you watching this and everyone who hears this or sees this to change the world one person at a time, because you can do whatever you want. Who you were in your past, things you've done in your past does not define who you are today or your future, right? Those were just decisions that you made. You absolutely have the ability to be wherever you want, no matter whether you're here right now, and no matter how big or how small your there is, okay, you can do it. I promise you, you can do it. And I also promise you that you are here and have found this community for a reason, no matter who invited you to this call. Click the join now button below and get started with us, all right? Because it doesn't matter if you join with this person or that person, this person, that person, this person, that person. You know what? We are all one family. And that's why I'm here today, to show you and to tell you. You have every opportunity to get your bowl of ice cream, right? Or your steak or whatever it is you want. If you just think about the action steps that you take. Things that seem so simple. You want this, you get it. You want this, you get it. Guess what? We overcomplicate this business, and it doesn't have to be overcomplicated. Make the decision that you want to change your life, that you want to live free, that you want to make 10 grand a month, whatever the case may be. Set that as you're there, and then take the action steps to get it. I understand it's more difficult than getting a bowl of ice cream because you don't really know step by step by step. But that's what the person who sent you to this link is for, to help you on that step by step, including the videos inside of Empower Network, the trainings, the products, education, mindset audios. It's all here for you. We're providing you all of the tools that you need to make as much money or as little money as you want in your life and in your business. The only thing that's missing is you and your right mindset, that you believe you can do it, and that you're willing to do whatever it takes without any excuses, right? That you're willing to listen to the person who's saying, hey, this is part of the here to there. You're here, you want to get here, right? I'm telling you, you need to do this, and this, right? And if you're willing to follow the steps and listen to whoever was mentoring you, there's no reason that you cannot be on the stages of Empower Network sharing your story, your personal journey, and how you've made X amount of dollars, right? However much that is that you want to make, right? So that's my take for tonight. I appreciate you guys being here with me. And looking over here at the comments. Yeah, Jenny. Yeah, he'll pick it back up, right? But I appreciate all you guys being in here with me tonight. It's about 7 minutes after 10, so we've been on for about an hour. So I'm going to let you guys go tonight. Again, I thank my folks who are going to be on with me for allowing me to fly this one solo, because this is something that's really near and dear to my heart, is getting from here to there. My ice cream analogy, and I really hope that that is clarified for a lot of people watching this, how simple it really is and how we overcomplicate things, but that you literally have the ability to achieve whatever you want. All you have to do is 3 simple words, whatever it takes. And understand that if you don't show up for your business will not show up for you, right? So thank you guys for being here this Sunday night, May 17th, 2015. I want to give a huge special shout out to my girl on my team, Miss Vicky Bellavia, and her husband, Larry, for their 40-year wedding anniversary today. I love you guys. I appreciate you. And Miss Christina as well, their daughter. And I hope you guys have a wonderful night. Make sure that you check out the replay all this week. The replay will be here at the site, this link that someone gave you, or if you got the link from me. You can come watch the replay all week long, or you can check out, it'll be on my YouTube channel. And then join us next Sunday night for another at least a 1 hour edition of something awesome coming to you live from my home here in Harrisonburg, Virginia, to help you change your life one day at a time, one step at a time. Thank you for allowing me, Laura Parrish, to come into your head, to your hearts, and to your homes and share my vision and a part of my story inside of the Empower Network. I love you. I appreciate you. I hope you guys all have an absolutely wonderful night. Good night.